University of Utah, and happy spring semester. What? Oh, you guys were actually...
They're actually doing it.
They're actually doing it.
Lee's
We can't do it.
Oh my gosh!
This is episode 60, everybody! We got Logan back!
Yay!
Wasn't that a nice intro?
Yeah.
I have this. Here, you want?
Yeah.
Oh,
It
jeez.
was like a game of chicken, right?
I think Lee won that that phase.
Lee's face looks ready to dead look right
Whoa.
That was good. That was
All right. We hope that you had a great winter break.
Yeah.
And that you're ready to be back to school. This semester is going to be over before you know it. And then it'll be summer. And
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
stop snowing.
Eventually.
Sky crap
Sky crab's
all over the place.
You see, sky crab's supposed to be brown. This is white.
have you
It's
seen
not white.
It's not white. It's pretty brown in a lot of places.
I don't think you.
Gray in other places. Yellow in a few.
Oh, nice. You definitely want to eat the yellow.
Utah's skyline is very regular.
Oh yeah. Well, that's been melting too. It's like a very mixed. It's like a sloppy.
Guys, no.
mixture of-
So at my work, we have this field that's kind of like a bowl, and it was literally
That's
like
gonna
a
be a good
lake this morning. That we had a lake at my work. It was bomb.
What is the snow a mixture of? Nope, it's too late. You missed it.
Sorry,
It's
I'm
fine.
I'm
It's fine.
okay.
It's okay. Maybe it'll just come back around sometime. Well, we are back and ready to go.
I'm going to
with-
keep hitting Logan's face.
Keep doing it. Here, I'm gonna just stroke Lee's face. That's right. Look at what this.
Yeah, we showed this on the episode last week that you didn't watch.
Yeah,
shouted out to
obviously.
you.
I'm sorry.
Ouch.
I was actually. You know
Ouch.
what? When the episode went live, do you know where I was?
CES.
I was at this old CES, the Consumer Electronics Show. You guys, this year was the 50th anniversary of the show.
Yeah.
They've
Wow.
been doing it since 1967.
Yeah.
Like
Back then, they were just like awful competition to the World Fair. Where did that go? Why don't we bring that
where
back?
did the World Fair go? I think we should start a petition, Mr. Solar.
A petition
To bring back
to
the
get
World
some
Fair.
rich person to put on the World Fair?
Think how cool that would be, though.
Who's going to do it? Russia? Probably. See, that's the problem. Is that
Russia would do it, though.
countries are too good at like fighting and pretending not to now.
That's true.
The last Olympics
That's true.
sucked. You don't remember that? I don't. It was last year.
Oh my God.
But at least 3 years from now, we'll have it in Japan.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
true.
That's
Why-
true.
Japan is
How do
holding
you
the
guys-
next Olympics.
I don't
Why
know.
does that
I
have
didn't
anything
even
to do with how much it sucks?
Well, because look at the country who hosted it last time.
That's fair.
Don't be mean.
Aw.
Brazil is a great country.
The only great question the only big question right now
Hi,
for
Stavo.
Guys.
love you.
Alright.
But the
Okay.
only big question as far as the Olympics in Japan goes is where are they going to put it?
I know, right?
And that's a great topic for another time.
He really wants to
I
talk about
really,
CES.
yeah.
Talk about
We should
CES.
talk about CES because there was some pretty crazy stuff there. I don't know what did you guys? Where would you like to start? Like I can kind of begin with my random ramblings. Or what did you guys see in the media and news?
Well, from what you showed me on your live videos, I saw Star Wars drones.
yes. Oh,
I saw the start of Wizard Chest.
yes. Ooh.
And I saw the University of Utah at CES.
Yes.
Okay, so every year at CES, there seems to be like a trend, right? Like everybody just happened to get on the same boat at the same time.
Yeah.
Last year, the two big things were self-driving cars and
Yeah.
virtual reality.
Yeah.
The year before that, it was drones.
Yeah.
What is it this year?
Ooh, I would say I felt that there was a major trend for really impressive PCs. You had things like the Project Valerie.
I
that
saw
was
the
shown-
3-screen
Yeah,
laptop. Yeah.
And that, like, honestly, that is...
Three-screen laptop.
Yeah.
So basically the way
I
this
am
thing works-
interested.
Yeah.
Please
Does it
do
fold
tell.
out?
So the way it works, it looks just like a normal laptop when folded, right? And it has, but the one difference is that it has a GTX 1080
Okay.
desktop graphics card inside it. what it does
So
when you
it's
open it.
big, right? Because GTX are like
Yeah,
this
but
They said
big.
an inch and a
they've
half.
Down, so they're about this. They can get them down to about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it opens up and then it has like a program that basically folds out these other two screens. So you end up with literally like we're talking like the screen is from
like
you
6
to you
feet.
pretty much. You have like this kind of cool rounded
Not 6
screen.
feet, like 4 feet.
And all
Sure.
3 of these screens, if you can believe it, run off of one GTX 1080.
Well, that is a pretty
Yeah.
powerful processor.
Yeah, but the fact is that you know, what I mean, but they were playing.
Yeah.
They showed.
Well, and
Titanfall
it's
2
the
game
one
plan,
thing
which is
though
pretty
that I
sick.
read about it is that they're
Mm-hmm.
all treated as one
Yeah.
source monitor. It's not
Yeah.
duplicated.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And that's what was really cool is when I saw that. I love the Titanfall
Your
2
resolution
gameplay.
is like 20 something
it's
thousand by
ridiculous. Well, and the thing is,
20,000?
something like
no,
no, it's
pretty-
ridiculous.
I'm not quite sure what it exactly was, but it was pretty impressive. But what is neat is that you almost have like if you're in a first-person shooter, I feel like you have an extra added advantage.
Oh, totally.
Because
if you have the
can-
extra like screen width.
your peripheral vision is freaking like you could literally see someone all the way like beyond your own peripheral vision.
Oh yeah,
which I think
that's
in an
why people
esports
have
sense is-
3 different computer screens
Yeah.
when they play at home competitively.
Yeah.
You almost have to nowadays. If you have someone who is extremely good in esports, you don't see them playing on a single monitor. Anyone
really
who
play
spends over
games like that
$1,000
wrapped
on their
three
professional
monitors?
computer to get
Lots of
the
people
like
do, yeah.
frame rate
had no clue
and
you could
the
even do
like
that.
graphics up as high as they are,
Yeah.
they're not going to want to do that on only one screen. I have a friend of mine who has like 3 screens and a TV for this stuff.
Well.
I thought my 2 dual screens was cool.
Yeah. But well, I think
2 dual screens are cool.
you know what I mean.
This is wealthy.
Yeah, this is that
Like,
I
that's
don't.
great.
This is not out. Project Valerie is not out yet. This was something that they had. It was almost like their engineering feat, and that kind of went with. There was a trend of just really impressive computers. MSI had like the lightest, with a computer with a dedicated graphics card. I think it was like literally like less than 2 pounds. Or
Holy
like 2 pounds.
cow.
I know. Crazy.
That's
like, it
lighter
was-
than my laptop.
Yeah. They had then. Samsung announced their new computers. Which all were really, really neat. I did a tour with the Samsung booth, and so they are making
Samsung?
Samsung. Yeah, sorry, Samsung.
Samsung is a different company. Samsung or
Samsung.
Samsung?
Samsung, the phone company.
Sung.
Yeah,
Okay.
Samsung. Sorry.
Samsung.
Got it.
Samsung.
Okay.
There you
Samsung
go.
is a company.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
What do
that
they
Samsung
make?
is like I don't know.
I don't know. Okay,
know.
okay.
Look it
But what's cool is that they're now making all these gaming laptops, right? And they have this really neat, almost. It's a ventilation system, but it's called Dragon Scale. And it basically allows like airflow to flow underneath the laptop, but also be taken into each of these individual ports. It also looks freaking awesome too.
I feel like when it comes to like gamers who are really good in technology, they come up with the best names for the
Oh, yeah.
technology afterwards.
Oh, you know it. They're
Yeah.
they're user testing
Yeah,
that stuff.
they're-
You know
oh,
what I mean?
yeah.
You gotta be at that point. But so that was the computer. I would say there was a computer trend for sure. VR was, in my opinion,
Really quick, before we move
Yeah,
over
go
to
for
that, I remember there was one big blue computer. I saw a commercial for this when I was
Oh.
looking on YouTube.
Oh, I'm trying to think.
And it was like super expensive. It was a laptop that was like, I think over $5,000.
Oh my gosh.
Like
trying to
super,
think who that
super
was.
expensive computer, but I think it had 2 GTX 1080s.
Why?
Yeah. Well, they have.
Why?
So, there was something I didn't get to.
Because you can do everything.
Yeah, no, exactly.
At the
You can
same
literally-
time.
Everything you can like render at the same time as you're playing a game.
Oh my
same time as
gosh.
you're watching Netflix. Same
I'm
time
just
as
thinking
you're-
like in
I have a
3500.
ridiculous
modeling.
number of friends who do
I'm
that.
just thinking in 3500, I learned about parallel processing, and I'm like, that applies to game graphics as well.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
parallel process
That's
game
all that
graphics.
game graphics is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
interesting.
is parallel processing.
I know, but like with the 2 game cards, I was just like, wow, Skyrim's gonna get even better.
No, one game card already has like
Multiple
Ooh,
parallel
wait,
processings, yeah.
24 processors in it.
Yeah. No,
I'm
there-
just thinking you can do that with 2 individual cards now as
Yeah.
well.
But
So I'm just going like
So
possibilities.
So VR, is
Yeah.
it still going strong or is it
Ugh.
starting to fad?
I think the biggest problem is that people aren't. There's not enough development going on with it. I would say. There's definitely a trend towards mobile VR. I got that vibe from CES that it's just Samsung has their whole Gear VR deal with Oculus, and they have their Gear VR 360, which is like a little camera that allows
Yeah.
360
360
degree.
fly.
Yeah,
Geekwave
similar
has
to the
one,
360 fly deal. And I also looked at 360 Fly again, and they're doing very, very strong. They have their new 4K camera out, and they're innovating on some new cameras that look super, super sick.
Nice.
So there's definitely this emerging trend for this 360-degree footage with virtual reality, I think. And I felt that, I think that's kind of interesting because that's like, okay, so we're taking something it's reality, but now you're able to look at it in a virtual sense.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm not quite sure
Which
how
is
I feel
what
about that.
we've been doing.
Yeah.
Basically.
But literally, yeah. No,
That's
that is
exactly
it is.
what
Yeah.
we've been doing our experiments with 360-degree cameras as like
Yeah.
virtual reality
Yeah.
experiments.
So I think what's the big trend is that's going heavily to mobile. You know, I mean, you have Google Dream Lounge, right? You have the whole deal with Samsung, and then you have, you know, I mean,
On the one hand, I feel like that feels like it feels kind of like a last ditch, like, I guess we're gonna go to mobile now because it didn't work. But on the other hand, like it works really well on mobile, and it's a really cost-effective way of doing that. Whereas I feel like still the big roadblock to VR is its cost. Like, no one wants to pay $600 for a VR device.
And then have a $1,500 computer to have to run it.
Yeah.
You know, I think so. I think that's kind of the thing in there.
Except for my roommate.
Which one of your roommates has? Is it Matt? Makes sense.
I mean, he's making
yeah,
a
he's
VR
making
game,
a VR game.
So
he kind of needs it.
Yeah.
But I think that's the whole deal though, is that they want it to be accessible to people. Otherwise, VR will fail. And they look what does everybody have? Everybody has cell phones now. Everybody has a smartphone.
Really powerful cell phones
Exactly.
too.
Yeah, and the cell phone technology.
Like even compared to my phone, it's just like whoa.
Yeah. So that I think we'll see more trends towards that. Otherwise, honestly, I hate to say it, but VR wasn't extremely impressive.
Until they come out with like another big leap in technology, gamers just ain't gonna go for it.
Yeah,
People who
esports.
like technophiles will look at it and go, "This thing is cool. This is new." And they'll want to do it, as well as the hipsters that are going like, okay, it's not popular anymore. We can go back and play it.
Yeah. Well,
but other than that, any hardcore gamers right now are not going into VR. And I feel like the only thing that will get them to look at it again is if they make another technological leap like they made when they first came out with it.
Speaking of mobile, we interrupt this message for a word from our sponsors. K-UTE Radio has a new mobile app on iOS and Android. Go download it to listen to K-UTE Radio stuff all day long.
That was funny.
That was the best transition.
I was like, what are you going to say, Jared? And I was like, that is not what I was expecting.
Like, Jared's definitely wanting to say something.
And if you are using the K-UTE app and you're like, you know what, I wish that there was Geekwave stuff in this app instead of just going to their mobile website, which is pretty great, but you know, it would be nice if it was in this app instead.
Do we have it in the app now?
Send us a message, and if there's enough interest, that's something that we can convince them to add to it.
I like it.
Right.
But as of
send
now,
us
we didn't
messages.
want to be grouped in with them because we'd want people to go to our website because it looks cooler.
It does look cooler. I've compared.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my word.
It's a lot more colorful.
All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that is kind of interesting, this leads into drones, is a little bit some of the capabilities of having like drones you can now like use VR.
I want to stop to appreciate the line. This leads into drones.
Dude, drones. Oh my gosh. Drones actually at CES were pretty sick. So there's like this whole, I think my favorite part is that there's this idea of drones as like an industrial use. It's like, hey, let's just have drones that can move people.
Really?
Everybody down.
Really?
Yeah.
I could totally feel like Mary Poppins.
Here's my problem. I feel like the word drone is overused at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like originally, wasn't a drone just supposed to be a small, like
Unmanned
remote
craft.
Aircraft?
I think at this point it's literally just an unmanned aircraft.
So any unmanned aircraft is a drone now.
That would be my interpretation.
So like once we have autopilot, will all ships be drones?
Technically speaking, by the current definition, yes. But by the time that comes out, I'm sure there'll be
A different.
some kind of breakdown.
Because I'm sure that when
Right.
somebody finally makes an autopiloted jet, they're not going to want to call it a drone.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yo, I just
I don't know, maybe it's
But if a drone is moving a person, is it still a drone?
it
I
could be,
feel like at that point,
It's a dronic people mover.
At that point, you're like
lot
blurring
of
the line
money.
between drone and plane.
no, it's gonna be drones. by Delta. That'll just cool.
I just don't want to be riding in an aircraft that was made by Samsung. That's
That'd be fine.
I don't want the thing that's like putting a phone in my pocket to be what's
Yeah.
underneath my feet 10,000 miles up in the
It's
air.
okay. You'll have your virtual reality headset on, and you won't even ever know you're in an airplane.
Did you hear the story about somebody who like they delayed a flight by like 2 hours because they named their Wi-Fi hotspot Samsung Galaxy Note? And the plane like got onto the runway, and then they noticed it, and they had to turn around and go back to the.
That was actually something when I went on my vacation to Arkansas.
That's so
They
funny.
actually
you
said
cannot have
when we were
any
taking off,
Samsung Note.
you cannot
phones.
have S Galaxy.
No,
At
not
all.
on planes.
No, the best
They have
is
to be completely turned off.
no, you can't even. I think you can't even bring.
The
that.
When I went
S7
on,
you
they
can't even
said-
bring on.
They said if you've brought this, it needs to be completely turned off. They said that on the plane. So I don't know. It might depend on the plane.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
best
when I
thing-
took on a small plane, they said you cannot have this phone.
Yeah, that's what the best thing I heard was a flight attendant was like, anybody, you cannot have a Samsung Galaxy Note 7 on this airplane. Please let me know if you have one. It's like, why would you say you do? They're just gonna take it away. No one, that's like encouraging. They're like, hey guys, no one say anything.
I feel like by this point, you should have turned your phone back in,
yeah, that's true.
you know.
yeah, it's honestly.
right? Like, turn
your
your phone
fault.
back in or it blows up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
If you
Pick
didn't,
one.
if you didn't hear
problem
the
is that they didn't all
information,
blow up.
Only some.
Only
Like
some
a
of them.
ticking time bomb. It's a rush.
yeah, but are you really going to take that
Never knowing
chance?
when it's gonna
Like,
happen.
you read in the news the next day, oh, person's house burns down because their Samsung Galaxy S Note 7 exploded.
Yeah.
Note
Unattended Note
That's not-
7, whatever. You know what I mean. You guys have
Samsung
butchered the
Galaxy.
name like 4 times, and you only... Not cool.
Samsung Galaxy S
Note 7.
X7
7.
Note.
Note 8, 9.
With
It's the
10.
stylus.
Samsung Galaxy Note 7.
Okay, but hold on. One thing I do want to touch on, because Lee brought this up.
Okay.
Or someone brought this up, was the drones that were Star Wars drones.
yes.
So
Oh, yeah.
I think that was one of the. I love this merging almost of things like augmented reality, and I'll get into that in a sec, and drones that are now being turned into games. I think that's pretty cool, right? And I love the fact that there is drones that basically these drones can literally it's laser tag between drones. It's like if I hit Jerem's drone, like hills will like go down and that like respawns. There's this whole game that they have going on.
That's cool.
And I know, and they have all these different drones you can have. Like they have TIE fighters, they have X-wings, they have the what are the
I think
speeder
the
bikes,
I think
right?
the TIE Fighter one would work relatively well with the whole laser tag thing, because that way if it turns off, it can just float to the ground pretty easy. But how do you do that with an X-Wing?
Well, you have to remember they have like little, so they're
Stabilizers.
cheating. You know what I mean? They have
they're
little,
not actually an X-wing.
yeah.
They have propellers and
Yeah, they fly like a
things.
helicopter would, but they're an X-wing, if you will. But I was just watching like the video of people playing with this. I'm like, okay, this is super sick. This is something like I would actually.
laser tag for rich people that can afford drones.
Well, yeah, but these aren't super expensive either. You know what I mean? I think their ideas. It's the what's the company? The RC who got really famous for making RC helicopters.
I have
Okay.
no clue.
But that's the whole thing, is that you know how they went through that phase where they were having lasers. Like this looks like they finally have made it really solidified
Succinct.
and working really,
Especially
really well.
if they put the camera behind the cockpit, so it looks like you're in a TIE Fighter's cockpit, or
That'd be
it
so
looks
cool.
like you're in a
That would be bomb.
X-Wings
That'd be super
or a
sick.
Millennium Falcon.
Has a company perfected like do-it-yourself laser tagging? Like, I've
Someone
always
tried to do a
dreamed-
phone game like that.
I've always dreamed of being able to just go to your local park or go on a trip out into the
See,
desert
there was-
and just play like Halo matchmaking style laser.
No, there
tag.
was. Is it Nerf that
Oh my
did?
gosh.
Is it Nerf that did like the laser tag guns for a little while? Because you could play like laser tag. You turn
They-
off the lights in your house and
Yeah.
you could shoot.
They had some. Okay, this is
Right.
so funny that you brought this up.
'Kay.
So, yes, there is. It was
Yes.
just showing off. I met a guy by the name of Craig Allen. He is the
Okay.
founder of the studio that made the first Call of Duty.
Okay.
He is one of.
Oh, wow.
He is responsible for everything that we know. Really nice guy. He is working on a new game, and the name escapes me. But it is. I'll get that. We'll add it.
The
in
name
the
is
app.
escapes
Yeah,
me. No, I'm
name
totally
escapes
kidding.
escapes me, but they're doing a Kickstarter right now, and I think we should actually maybe post the Kickstarter link in our episode
Okay.
because it's pretty cool. Basically, what it is you have your here. I'm gonna borrow borrowing your phone, right? So we have Jerem's phone. You have this laser that you buy, or you actually don't even have to have the laser if you want. You can play as a medic, because the idea is that they want to include everybody, right? They don't want to, they don't want to basically have an upfront cost that you have to pay.
Okay.
So you can buy the laser, you have the laser attached to your phone, and then it's pretty much augmented reality, and you use your phone as like your blaster. And you can go anywhere, play with any number of people, and it is a first-person shooter experience similar to, I would just say, like Battlefield meets Halo, it looked like. You know, I mean, very, not like super fast-paced, because obviously it's only as fast as you can move and run. But you have different weapons, different loadouts. You can zoom in, have different sights.
I don't know what happens when you get in a car.
Well, the lasers
probably going to do the same kind of thing as like Pokemon Go and such things.
Yeah. Well, so it's using these lasers that are they seem to be pretty high quality to basically tag your opponents in and out. And they also even showed that they had a drone in the video that they were showing where the drone actually came in and had, like, it was part of the game and was able to shoot players.
So
that's cool.
So do you have to hit the player, or do you have to hit the player's phone?
I think it's the players. I think you have to hit the player's
laser
thing, which is
the receptor
fine,
on the
because
phone.
that makes sense. You know, I mean, they're going to be moving with
that seems
It's
really
more
difficult to hit the player's little
I
laser
think there's
thing.
probably, an error, margin of error that they have set in. I mean, I don't know. Who knows,
It's
right?
probably a
This
really,
sounds like
really
another
brand
game
new
that
technology.
is not going to work because my phone isn't fast enough.
Oh no, I think it's using the camera.
Because I tried to play Pokemon Go today, and like
Well, then.
immediately had it start glitching out on me because, like, I don't know, because
What is wrong with your phone?
I don't know, but when I tried to do the gym, which is already stupid, I started clicking and it just started lagging immediately.
That's wow.
Team Instinct having some problems with technology.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Jeremy. I think you're like part of like the remaining like 10% of the user base of Pokemon Go.
I haven't logged on for months. I literally just did it because somebody was there and they were like, "Oh, I just captured the Union Gym." And I was like, "Oh, I could probably take it from you."
Nice.
I don't think I ever reached
I
like
feel like Xavier
It's
still
mine
plays
now.
Pokemon Go.
my little brother and my boss play at work all the time.
But yes, I just wanted to bring up the laser tag thing because I thought that was.
I want an
that was
actual
interesting.
gun.
There is a company that I saw last year at CES, the Laser Tag Pro, that was making Astro laser tag guns, but it was quite expensive.
You know
I
what?
can
Would,
imagine.
yeah, well.
Well,
I
you
guess
know what
I
we need to do?
understand
We
that.
just need to take the Geekwave and we just need to go laser tagging one day. There you
we
go.
should do
I
that.
freaking love laser.
That would be
tag.
bomb. Okay.
If you want to go laser tagging
party
with
planner?
us,
Yeah.
comment
wanna go
below.
Yeah.
We'll plan something.
And you can come laser tagging with us, and I guarantee you will have a good time because you have not seen me play laser tag yet.
Okay, so we're out of time.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I
Do you know
hate
how many
time.
times we've
What
made
is
time
time?
signals
What
to
is
Logan?
time? It's a
What is
man-made
time?
construct meant to bring us down.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
it's not. Baby, don't hurt me.
Don't hurt
I'm
me.
done.
No.
More.
Do you have anything else you
No.
want to say, Logan?
Well,
Are we done?
I enjoyed CES. It was
That's
a mystical
good.
journey, and now my feet hurt.
And I enjoy having
Keep your
Logan
eye out
back.
for Logan's
It's
going to
been
be
really-
publishing a wrap-up on the Geekwave and
wrap-up.
something on the Chronicle, hopefully. And
And
I
you should
write a rap for my CES wrap.
if you write
it's
if you
good rap.
if you write a rap for your CES wrap up, whatever, we can put it as the episode post instead of your thing. Yeah, we could do
Oh
that.
my gosh. I just
If it's a good rap. That's my I'm gonna
We'll have to
I'm
run
gonna
it
show
by,
it to Gustavo.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
show
run it by
to-
Gustavo.
Show it to Trevor, the producer
Oh,
of the Hip Hop
no.
Drip,
Oh no.
and it's gonna have to be a good rap.
Oh gosh. This is gonna be
All
so
right.
difficult.
Thanks for watching episode
on.
60.
Bye guys.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week in all spring semester.
Ready,
Boom,
set,
boom. Geek
out.
Out.
We tried so hard and it just
Geek
didn't
out.
work.
Geek out.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the Geekwave. This is your resident otaku Lee, and if you want to watch more of our videos, just go right over here. Or you can follow us on Facebook or Twitter, possibly also over here. But with that, thanks for listening to the Geekwave, guys. Geek out.